Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. This is a hastily put together video of the orchids to go with a brief chat about each one. And they're just going to be squashed up in the corner because I'm not doing this in an elaborate way. It's just to give people a proper look at the actual plants rather than just mentioning them by name. So let's get going. I have my list. Okay, I'm going to give each plant a number so that when we actually work out who gets what, we can refer to them by an actual number, no confusion. So this is plant number 1, which is a group of Dendrobium, loddigesii, keikis that were mounted up sometime last year, but I didn't record the date. All the keikis had some roots. The only one that doesn't look like it's going to make it is that little one down there, but all the others seem okay. They should come into growth relatively soon. I can see this one's got a little shoot coming out. Some will shoot from the base, some won't. Some will grow keikis off the plants, which the plants have been set in some cases nice and close to the mount so that the keikis will root into the mount, and that's the way it grows. So that's plant number 1. Right, this is plant number 2, Oncidium Sharry baby. This was a division taken at the beginning of December last year, so it's been in its pot a little while. When it was a division, it effectively had 3 bulbs and the first signs of a new growth. The new growth is now growing, and it looks like it might start another one, possibly. But nonetheless, it's a youngish plant, but having come off of a mature plant, it is possible that this new growth, when it matures, will actually put a spike up. It might not. You might have to wait for the next one. But that's the sort of size of the plant. It's been in the pot a while now, so some of the roots should be getting established, but the new growth should produce a new set of roots anyway, so it should take off. Right, plant number 3 is the Bratinia Shelob Tolkien. This is a very recent division done in February this year, so it hasn't long been in this pot. It will not have an established root system, but what it is effectively 2 pieces. Each piece has 2 back bulbs and a new growth. This growth's pushing on quite nicely. When it was potted up, it had signs of roots starting, and this new growth also had some signs of roots starting. So it's going to take a little while to get established. Excuse me, but it's staked. It's relatively firm in its pot, and the only thing I'll say about that is because it's recently potted in the Orchids bark with some moss, it will dry quite quickly, so you'll have to keep your eye on that one. It will probably dry faster than some of your other orchids in the same environment, but it should push on well. And obviously once that starts to fill its pot, next time it's repotted, you've got 2 plants in effect. So that's that one. Right, oh, look who's just come to say hello. Hello, pussycat. Haven't seen you on film for a while, have we? Me? What are you doing then? That's Elvis, the one who got lost for 9.5 days and lost almost half his body weight, but he's recovered nicely, and now he's just a greedy pig, and he's a lazy greedy pig, so he spends most of his time asleep, and he really does not go out much now. I think he learnt his lesson. He stays in virtually all the time, apart from essential visits outside. Right, where did we get to? Plant number 4. This is not a good plant, I'll warn you now. When I repotted the Miltinia Komp, it was infected with Fusarium in the older part of the plant. The older part of the plant was totally removed. The plant was treated, and it may grow on, it may not. But this was a division done back in early December last year, and it's still yet to establish a root system, and it'll need staking before I attempt to post that. So it's up to you whether you take that or not. As I say, that's not what I would call one of my good plants, but it's capable of growing on. But it will take a little time to recover from its saga that it's had, basically. Right, plant number 5 is the Aliceara Tahitian dancer. Blooms look like that. That's the mother plant that this division came off of. So that division was done. Sorry about the fast camera movement. I did say it was going to be quick. This is again a recent division done in February this year, so it won't have an established root system, but again 2 leaved back bulbs, and roots were starting to grow from the latest new growth, so that should pick up. But again, recent potting, so you'll have to watch your watering with that, because that bark will dry quickly. But that should, it's quite a vigorous plant, this one. That should grow on into quite a nice plant. That was plant number 5. Right, this is plant number 6. This is potted keikis of Dendrobium hercoglossum. There are 2 of these, but they're quite easy to differentiate, because this one, that particular growth, keiki, is probably growing 2 keikis at the moment, so it's quite distinctive, and it's possible that it's going to bloom. Those do look like buds. They don't look like keikis like that one does. They do look like buds, so might actually get a couple of little blooms on that one. I didn't record the date when I potted these up, but it was back, I would suggest, spring or summer last year, something like that. It would grow better mounted, but that's up to you. I don't know how long it's been in its pot, that's the thing. So that's that one. I don't believe it. I'm trying to differentiate. This is plant number 7. This is the other pot of Dendrobium hercoglossum potted keikis, so the same sort of thing as the last plant. I don't know when they were potted up, but somewhere around the middle of last year, I suspect. And the differentiating feature was supposed to be that the other one had keikis. Well, the other one may have keikis, but that one's got buds. That is 2 distinct buds on that one, and the possibility of more. Looks like the possibility of a bud there, and possibly another one there. So that's that is plant number 7. So that's that one. Right, I'm sort of semi-giving up on the plant numbers now, because I've done all the plants that are actually in pots. So what we're down to now will be bare-rooted keikis. In this glassful here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Dendrobium findleyanums, and some lucky individual might be getting a bloom. Okay, so there's 6 keikis. They all have roots. They should be relatively acclimatized, because they've been sat in the glass of water in and out. Sometimes I let that dry off, I change the water, but that's where they've been living for a while. They were taken off the plant during last year, so that's those. And in amongst them is something else. The findleyanums are pretty obvious because of the bulbous leaf joints. That's the way that one grows. But in here as well is that. And I can't remember what the hell that is. That was a piece that came off of a plant. But anyway, as far as the findleyanums are concerned, there's 6 there. I'll do them in 2 lots, so effectively you get 3 bare-rooted keikis out of that 6, so 2 lots there. Those will be effectively plant number 10 and number 11. Plants number 8 and 9 will be hercoglossum bare-rooted keikis. So again some bare-rooted keikis of hercoglossum, but you have got the choice of the ones in the pots with that. And then the last lot of keikis will be 2 lots of bare-rooted chryseum keikis, which are these over here. They're still on the plant at the moment, but I'll only detach ones that have already got open leaves, which all of them have. I mean, these are actually growing on, and suitable roots to get them going. They haven't got a good root system, you know, a little root system like that is adequate. So there's 2 lots of those as well. So and the chryseums will be plants number 12 and 13, some bare-rooted keikis of those. So that's the plants on offer. As I said, I'm quite happy for one person to take 5 or 6 plants. It's going to save me a lot of mucking about with the postage. because at the moment, in theory, I've got 13 individual packages to do. So, you know, if you want more than one plant, go for them. And obviously, when I get round to sorting out who has what, it'll be on a draw-based system. And if you put your name down for 6 plants, you'll be in the draw for 6 plants. You might only get one, or you might get several. Okay, it just depends how it goes and who asks for what and how many. So that's a quick look at the plants anyway. I mean, if I was selling them on eBay, I'd be expected to put some pictures up, wouldn't I? So that's what I've just done, okay? And I'll get this posted as soon as I can and link it to the 2 videos that I did on Sunday. In fact, I will try and get this posted today, which is Sunday. Yes, it's still raining. Yes, it's still miserable. And yes, I've had sufficient coffees. So, okay, see you next time. Bye for now.